everyone, my name is Candace Roberts. I'm the owner and nurse practitioner here at Roberts Aesthetics and Wellness. So I wanted to officially welcome you to our live RHA and Daxify event. So if you're tuning in, stay tuned in until the end because guess what? You will have the opportunity to win a $950 Daxify treatment. So if you're new to this and you're like, I don't even know what this girl's talking about, guess what? I'm about to give you all the details. So stay tuned. You'll have an opportunity to win. That's a $950 value. And then for all attendees, besides just the winner, if you book today for a liquid facelift, which is filler and tops, you will qualify for a $250 gift card for any future services at Roberts Aesthetics and Wellness. So stay tuned till the end. I'll give you all the details, and we're so excited to officially launch this event. All right, guys, so first question, what is RHA filler? So filler is hyaluronic acid, which is naturally found in our body. We just lose it as we age. Starting after age 20, we're losing tons of this every year. So RHA is a name brand of filler that's hyaluronic acid, that it's very stretchy, it's flexible. We inject it under the skin to replace volume loss that we lose with aging, with weight loss, any of that. So you inject it, you see it right away, and then it can actually last up to about 15 months. So I usually tell patients about once a year, we'll get you to come in and we'll just kind of top you off. How is RHA filler different than traditional filler? RHA filler is designed for being soft, flexible, natural, dynamic. It moves with the patient. So you don't have to worry about smiling and you see it. It's going to blend into the tissue amazing. So what are some common areas that we can inject with RHA filler? To start with, we can start at the top of the face. We can inject in temples. As we age and we lose weight, our temples can kind of hollow and it creates this peanut-shaped face. So we don't want that. So we can restore some of that youthful fullness right here. And then next common place is cheeks. So to give that contour, I never want to make a big bulky cheek. I just want to restore the lights and shadows, which beautifully, naturally contours the cheek. We can also inject it under eyes if you have some hollowing right there. We can do nasolabial folds, which is commonly referred to as the smile lines. We can do marionette lines to help with this shadowing right here. We can do chin augmentation. So some people have a very recessed chin. We can give it a better profile by projecting the chin out some. We can also contour the jawline to give the jawline a little bit more definition. We can do lips as well. We can either do a fuller lip or we can do a natural hydration for older patients or just for younger patients who don't want the big bulky lip. We can also do vertical lip lines to help with those smoker's lines or just lines that come naturally with aging. And we can also do the corner of the nose to give that lip a little support. We can also off-label do the horizontal neck lines that we have. And who knew, back of the hands age, and ears. We often get sort of saggy tissue in the ears, and whenever we put our earrings in, our earrings kind of flop forward, so you can give your earring a little more structure by adding a little filler. All right, so who's a good candidate for RHA filler? Basically, anyone who is looking to restore that youthful glow or help restore some volume loss that happened with aging or with weight loss. Someone who's not afraid to be poked by a needle, and also someone who's not pregnant, breastfeeding, or has any kind of autoimmune issues that their body just kind of flares up whenever stuff happens. Don't worry about pain. Pain is not bad at all. I numb all my patients before we start, so that is not something to stress about. We also have vibrating tools that help distract as well. When to see results? That is another common question I get. You actually leave the office and you can see results right away with filler, but I say expect to be a little lumpy, bumpy, bruisey, swollen for about 2 weeks. By a month, that filler is beautifully integrated into the tissue and it looks 100% natural. My goal is for nobody to say, oh, I love your filler. No, I want them to say you look refreshed, rejuvenated, rested. That is our goal. All right, so unlike traditional Botox or anything like that, you see results right away with filler, and results can last up to 15 months. Most of our products like RHA 2, 3, and 4 is FDA approved to last up to 15 months. Redensity is that soft, natural product. That one can last about 12 months. So I usually tell most people once a year, come see me and we'll just top you off if we're at that maintenance. If you're at that corrective phase and we're still trying to play catch up, I'll customize your plan in your consultation.
Let's go.
All right, so Daxxify, the hottest kid on the block these days. So Daxxify is a new premium powered neurotoxin. So just like Botox, Dysport, Jeuveau, but it's powered by a peptide. That's the secret sauce that makes it different. Why does it make it different? It kicks in quicker, as soon as 24 hours. 2 weeks is still max potential for any neurotoxin on the market. And then Daxxify can last up to 5-6 months. So if you normally see me about 4 times a year for traditional toxin, Daxxify you might be able to get away with as little as 2 visits per year. It also helps the skin glow since it's powered by a peptide, which is never a bad thing. We can do full face, neck, anywhere that I can basically inject traditional tox, we could do it with Daxxify. I like to call Daxxify my premium toxin, just like Louis Vuitton. So do you want the Louis Vuitton of injectables? If this is something you're interested in, I can definitely help. All right, so this is our beautiful model. We are officially done. We did a little bit of filler in her cheeks, and you can turn to the side. You can see very natural, very soft smile for us, Danielle. With animation, it looks very, very natural as well. I also blended some of the shadowing underneath her smile. This is her mental area, so I blended some of that. I softened some of these smile lines, and I gave her chin just a little bit more projection, and I tried to soften that rough appearance. Daxxify, we injected upper face, between the brows, around the eyes, masseters, and we also did neck. So these little small bumps will go away within about 5 minutes. I usually tell patients before you get to the car and check your rear view mirror to see what you look like, it'll be gone. These little white circles that you see, that's from numbing. That usually goes away within an hour. I injected all of her filler with cannula, so it was actually a blunt tip needle. It wasn't sharp at all, so that made her comfort really, really well. How was it, Danielle? Did it hurt?
Not at all.
Not too bad. So she'll feel a little numb because the filler itself has numbing in it as well for about an hour, and then she'll go about her regular life. So stay tuned. We will go live after this, and we will let you see Danielle in real life once she's settled, once she's healed, and once that Daxxify is fully kicked in. Because remember, 2 weeks for that Daxxify to be fully kicked in, and then the filler, you see it right away, but it takes a little while to kind of settle. The filler will last a little over a year. So thanks for watching, everyone. All right, guys, so I hope you love our injectable session. Stay tuned. I invite all of you for the next 15 to 20 minutes. I'll hop on live and answer any questions that you have. Remember, the best part, the giveaway. So if you stay on until the very end, I will pull and announce that winner. It's going to be for a $950 value for Daxify, which will treat the full upper face, so forehead, between the brows, and around the eyes. Also, for all attendees, not just one, if you book today through our online booking link for a liquid facelift, which is tox and filler in the same day, and you receive it within 1 month from now, so you have until May 17th to get on my books, then you will qualify for a $250 gift card at your next service appointment at Roberts Aesthetics and Wellness. So thank you all again for tuning in. Stay live, stay there, and I'm going to announce the winner soon. And if you have any questions, hop on, put it in the chat box, and I'll be so happy to answer that for you. How are y'all? All right. So I hope y'all loved our presentation. First and foremost, be sure to stay tuned till the end. We are working on gathering all the names, and we're going to announce the $950 Daxify giveaway winner. And it will be with our lovely Kayla. So Kayla is our RN. She's been an RN for forever and a day. She's been with us for 1.5 years now, and she's going to be graduating in a year from nurse practitioner school. She is so excited. So she's been training with us, doing injectables. She injected my Daxify, all the fun things. So our winner is going to be with Kayla for Daxify. Yay! Yeah, awesome. Okay, so now submit any questions that you have in the question box, and we're going to kind of knock them out. We're getting tons. First off, they just submitted a little poll in here. So if you're interested with a consultation, to have a consultation with us, click yes, because everybody wants a consultation, and we will reach out for sure soon. Okay, so first off, a patient said, would someone with naturally high cheekbones be able to do this and still look natural? Yes, absolutely. That is the whole point of these products, to blend beautifully. We can place them in different planes, in different areas, but it'll contour beautifully, mix beautifully, look natural, no stress on that. How long does Daxify last compared to traditional Botox? That's a good question. Yes. Kayla, you want to take that one?
So traditional Botox, you can expect about 3 to 4 months duration. With Daxify, you're getting 6 months top, so 5 to 6 months duration.
Yes, absolutely. So if you normally see us about 4 times a year for Botox, Disc, or Jeuveau, you might get away with about 2 times a year with Daxify. So it's pretty good. Can Daxify be used for facial slimming? Yes, absolutely. And speaking of facial slimming, we have Danielle. Let's kind of cover her results. So Danielle had to start with, she had 4 syringes of fillers. So most patients, whenever I recommend more than just one, everybody kind of has a panic attack. Remember, 1 syringe of filler is 1/5 of a teaspoon, so it's not very much product at all. And if we strategically place it throughout the face, small little dots, you won't ever look done. You'll look like yourself. So with Danielle, to start with, we started in her cheeks just to give her a little bit of contour. She's always self-conscious of her under eyes, and actually we didn't even treat her under eyes. We just supported her cheeks, and her under eyes pretty much corrected themselves. We did a little bit in her smile lines, a little bit right underneath. She has a very strong chin, so we just softened that a little bit, blended the shadows. Looks absolutely amazing. We did that all with 2 needle pokes on each side, and I blended it all with a cannula. So hardly any downtime. I don't even think you had a bruise. Did you have a bruise? Not bad at all. Daxify, Kayla, you want to tell her what we did Daxify?
So with a treatment of Daxify, we were able to treat her 11s, kind of the stubborn 11s between the eyebrows.
Look at that. Look at that.
She can't. And we did her forehead as well, around her eyes on the crows. We also did her masseters. So that facial slimming, we're able to get that defined jawline, facial slimming with the filler and a treatment of Daxi.
Yeah, we did a little to her platysmal bands too. They pop out really, really strong. We all kind of do. I don't know. I guess we're stressed. So you can inject some tox on there to soften that. We softened her little chin as well to kind of make it not so strong. But I think masseters are probably her most favorite. She always complains of that. Clenching, grinding, pain, migraines, and facial slimming. Never a bad thing.
Yes. And then we did a little bit on her DAO, which is that downward pull. So it helps to lift that smile and kind of helps with the
RBF.
Yes.
Yes.
Face.
All right. What other questions do we have? Keep submitting them, guys. We're getting a lot. So we apologize if we missed any. We're trying to work as fast as possible. How much for both treatments, and is there a discounted price for today? Well, good job. Yes, there is.
Good question.
To qualify for the special, you have to have a minimum of 2 syringes of filler and full upper face tox. So upper face Daxxify starts at $9.50. Now, currently, right now, we actually have a promo, $75 off of Daxi, but I only have about 10 codes remaining. So you have to book quick and be one of the first ones to get in because we'll probably blow through that by the end of the week. But Daxxify is $9.50. So if you're one of those first people and you knock $75 off of that, that's what, $8.75 roughly. And then a minimum of 2 syringes of filler, which is $1,400 for that. So about $23.50 before anything. Now remember, the filler lasts up to 15 months, so you don't get that every so often. And then the Daxxify, you can get away with as little as 2 appointments per year. Now, with that being said, the discount for attending the event, if you book tonight before midnight and you receive your treatment before May 17th, you get a $250 gift card to use at Roberts Aesthetics and Wellness for any future services. So if you're a weight loss patient, if you want to come in and have a facial, if you want whatever you want at our office, $250. Here you go, free money. All right, so love all, no questions, just comment. Love all the products mentioned. Thank you, thank you. Somebody else just put how much, we kind of covered that. Will the filler migrate over time? That's a good question. So filler is hyaluronic acid, like we kind of covered in the video. It can, if it's placed too much, not in the right plane, there's always a risk of that happening. But the way we inject is very soft, very conservative. I try not to push the tissue. I know people think I'm crazy, but whenever you're injecting, you can feel that tension on the needle and you can feel when the skin's stretched enough. So if you're coming to me and you keep saying, hey, I want bigger lips, and I'm telling you, no, that we need to stop. We need to allow the tissue time to expand. Then if you listen, then your risk of that will be minimal. But that's always kind of a risk factor that's thrown into there. But if you take our general guidelines, you should be okay. And if it happens, we can also address that too. We have lots of patients that are referred to us from other practices that have had issues. We've kind of dissolved it, which is good about filler. You can melt it. You can dissolve it and start fresh. The average cost of Daxxify, we've kind of covered that already.
Average cost about $9.50 per treatment, but we do have those discounts Candace talked about.
Yep, so that's for upper face. If you want to add on masseters, if you want to add on chin, neck, it's add-on fees that we do for all that. Some people, they just want to do masseters and they're like, I want the longest acting one. Dentists will refer them to us, so then we'll just tackle it with Daxxify. What can be used for the under eye area? So that would be filler. Making sure you're a candidate for it. There's a few issues that's associated with that area. If it's a true hollowing, it's filler. If whenever you smile, it bunches up, like you can kind of see mine right now because Kayla needs to inject me again. But if it bunches up, then that's Daxxify that we can inject there. If it's poor tissue quality and just lax and real, just the texture is not too good, then we would do more PRF gel, which is a natural filler that we do, or laser to kind of thicken that tissue up and help it regenerate itself a little bit better. What can I do before or after the appointment to help prevent bruising? Kayla, you want to help with that one?
Yes. So before your appointment with any bruising, we're going to have a few key factors aftercare treatment with Daxxify or any tox. But Daxxify specifically, we don't want you to lie flat for 4 hours. We don't want you to rub or massage. So any extra movement to that tissue, we don't want you to push it out of place or put any pressure on for at least 4 hours. You also don't want to do anything that's really hot, sweaty, like extreme workouts. You just kind of want to take it easy.
Yeah. And for bruising before your appointment, just make sure to minimize alcohol at least 48 hours before and any NSAIDs. So like blood thinners, aspirin, ibuprofen, Motrin, Aleve, naproxen, those all thin the blood, so it makes it a higher risk to have bruising. Vitamin E as well, and like fish oil kind of stuff. So I usually say just steer clear of that. Bromelain for post-procedure care is found in pineapples, so you can eat pineapple and that'll help. You can also take Ornica, which is homeopathic over the counter. That helps with bruising before, during, and after as well. Sorry, the questions are coming across so quick. I metabolize Botox and Dysport very quickly. Have you had any patients with this issue and tried Daxxify, and how long did it last? Yes. So with that being said, I'm a fitness junkie myself. Traditional Botox, I metabolize that super quick, way quicker than what I like to admit. So I was, before Daxxify launched on the market, I was typically doing either Dysport or Jeuveau, and I was getting about 2.5, 3 months with it, but I couldn't justify the price with that duration. So I switched to Daxxify, and I'm getting about 5 months on it. Now everybody's a little bit different. If you're with traditional tox, you can get 4 months, then you're probably going to be a 6-monther with Daxxify. If you're 2.5, 3-monther with Botox, Dysport, Jeuveau, you might be a 5-monther. But I tell most patients, you don't know until you try it. Excedrin might work better for you. Motrin might work better for her. We don't know until we experiment and try it. So try it all once. We're going to treat you safely. Make sure you have the best results, of course, as always. Try it while it's on sale. If you love it, great, we'll stick with it. If you don't, then you tell us why we don't like it. Is it just a dosing issue? Is it a placement issue? Is it a product issue? There's so many factors. People think, oh, I'm getting tox. No, there's so many versions of this, and it's an art, it's a craft, it's a beauty. So you have to go to somebody that eats, sleeps, and breathes this stuff, that knows, okay, well, this is the issue, and you can point it out. A lot of times, Kayla and I, we can see the patient walking through the parking lot and we're like, I already know what's going on. She needs a little bit more right here or more on that side. So make sure you find that provider that can address you from the parking lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's definitely, like Candace said, it's an art. It's not cookie cutter.
Yes.
If you have a cookie cutter provider, you're not going to get those results.
Yes. Yeah, somebody just said they tried Daxxify and it lasted 6 months and the other stuff doesn't work. It really depends on the patient. You have to try it for yourself. Someone said, I take Ornica and it's been a lifesaver. Yeah, absolutely. So someone asked, can Ally points be used? Ally is specifically a reward system for Botox, but we have a better reward system right now. It's discounted, so you get $75 off if you're one of those first few patients. And if not, if you're a new patient to the practice, never tried Daxxify before, we automatically discount it $50 off for that try it price. Someone said, if you've already had Sculptra, does it make sense to get filler as well? Thinking different areas. Yes, absolutely. Sculptra is different than filler. Sculptra is a biostimulator, so it stimulates your body to produce your own collagen. But do you see results right away from Sculptra? No, you see results as soon as 6 weeks, and then it keeps building over time, and your results last up to 2 years. It's just a different route to get to the end game. I like Sculptra to build that volume and like on baby little wrinkles that I can't get with filler. That's a really good product, but it doesn't replace filler, and filler doesn't replace Sculptra. It's two totally different things. Filler, you see it right away, but I say you're renting it. You don't own it. It doesn't make your body stimulate anything. You just rent the hyaluronic acid for about a year, slowly melts over time. So I like to inject it in different planes too. Sculptra, I might be laying down on bone to stimulate. For example, a lot of people come in with a jawline. They're complaining of all the jowls and they don't have a posterior jawline. So I'll put Sculptra, I'll kind of tack it back here on periosteum. I'll stimulate the bone to rejuvenate itself because we lose muscle, fat, and bone as we age. And then I can go back with filler and just kind of give it some structure on top. So you can hit it from multiple different planes. I know that's very overwhelming to you. Don't stress about any of that. You just come in and you say, I don't like X, and I will come up with a plan for you. Don't stress about any of that. That's very, very overwhelming for sure. What are injection sites for full face tops? You want to cover that?
I was going to say, great question. So like we talked about, it's not cookie cutter, but in general, of full face tops, we can do the 11s between the brows. So that kind of angry 11, we can soften that, give a good lift. We can do frontalis and really help relax those wrinkles around the eyes, those smile lines around the crows. We can also do that jelly roll, we call it, that line that kind of forms under the eye, soften that, makes it look nice, open and bright. Right in the tail of the brow, we can do a nice brow lift, so it gives you that open, youthful look. We can also do masseters. So like we talked about on Miss Danielle, slimming, it helps with a bunch of things, but slims the face as well. The DAOs, that downward pull, we can lift that smile and kind of help it look much better.
Yeah.
We can do we call it bunny lines, but whenever you scrunch your nose, I got those. So we can soften the bunny lines. We can also do jaw. So kind of give you that snatched jaw. It helps to tighten. Chin, for a dimpled chin, we can soften that as well. We can do platysmal bands. So I got some great ones right now. We can soften all of that and give it a nice youthful look. And then we can also do around the mouth for a lip flip, the L-stand muscle. This kind of hikes your lip up. We can relax that. It does not fill the lip, but it's going to give you an outward turn. It relaxes that muscle. So if you're somebody that you have a gummy smile, or you hike that lip and tuck it under, we can help relax it to where you see more of that lip and not so much teeth.
Yep. I think that pretty much covers it. We can also do hands and underarms for excessive sweating. You can do for headaches, like in the back of the head, in the neck. You can do neck slimming as well, but that's not a super popular treatment. That's not one of our favorites to do. Would it help with crow's feet? Yes, absolutely. So we can soften those little wrinkles around the eye. It helps with the wrinkles, but it also helps brighten the eye. So a lot of patients, they don't even have wrinkles right there, or they don't care about the wrinkles, but they say in all my pictures, I just see a little black line. Like I don't even see my eyeballs. So we inject a little tox, and whenever they smile, their eyes are actually open. You can see their eyes. Any restrictions like exercise, air travel, anything like that right after. So Kayla kind of covered that a little bit. Just basically be boring. Don't do anything adventurous the day of. We say no makeup the day of, no massaging, no aggressive workouts. Kind of do everything adventurous before and then be boring the rest of the day. And then I usually let patients wear makeup the next day after, because any little pokes that we did, that's usually pretty healed by then. And if you have a bruise, then no big deal. Cover it with a little concealer. We have some color correcting tips that we give you. Danielle loves to give all those details to kind of camouflage all that.
And then with post-care, just something to think about with various treatments. You want to wait at least 2 weeks. So you want to have your treatment prior and then get your tox, or you want to wait 2 weeks after your session before you schedule like a laser, a facial, a massage, all those other fun things that we can do. Give it that 2 weeks before you rub it where it should.
Yes. If people who try Daxxify, do they typically stay with Daxxify? Yes, the majority of our patients, whenever they try it, they're like, oh my gosh, where has this been all my life? What's different about Daxxify, though, it's powered by a peptide. So it's the same neurotoxin. It's botulism toxin type A. That's a magic secret sauce in any neurotoxin, which makes it work like it does. It makes the muscle stop contracting. But most toxins, Botox, Dysport, Jeuveau, is binded by human serum albumin. Daxxify chose a more stable molecule to bind it, which is a peptide. That's why whenever patients come back to us at 2-3 weeks for their after pictures, they're like, why is the skin glowing? Like Botox, Dysport, Jeuveau, it's never done that. I'm like, that is the peptide. The peptide's totally different. It reacts on the skin a different way. It just looks beautiful, bright, and glowing. Peptides are like the hottest thing on the market, guys. That's what semaglutide, Mounjaro, all that stuff is. It's all peptides. Game changer. Can I get filler in my necklines, like for tech neck or necklace lines? Yes. So you can get tops and filler there. So the little horizontal lines, I do a pearl necklace technique to soften it with tops. And then I can also go back off label with Redensity, which is our finest filler. And I can chase those little lines. And then these little big bands, I shouldn't say little, they're pretty big. That's your platysmal bands. It's responsible for pulling your neck down and pulling your jaw down, which I've never met a female that has told me, oh yeah, I like it yanked down. Everybody and their brother wants to lift it up and make it bright. So you can put some tops on those bands to help tighten things up. There's something called a Nefertiti neck lift where we start above the jaw and we go all the way down, and it helps kind of just chisel out that jawline and soften all this craziness. Someone said they're almost 60. Kayla, is Daxxify still okay?
Yes, absolutely. You can, any age right there, 60, you're fine to get your treatment. You would love that treatment.
Yep. And we customize it for the patient. Just because we're saying Daxify doesn't mean we treat you like a 20-year-old, like a 70-year-old. We customize it for you no matter what we're putting in your face. So if you come to us and you have heavy lids and heavy brows and you want maybe your forehead totally frozen, we're going to tell you, well, maybe you might not be the best candidate for that. Let's focus on lifting and brightening and not making this so heavy. So that's the whole point of the consultation, going back to the beauty and the art in it, to where we can really tailor it for you. When do you judge results? Someone said. So at that 2-week mark is whenever it's fully kicked in. So that's whenever you judge it. If it's 2 days later, it's not soon enough. 2 weeks is whenever we judge it. Will Daxify help with hooded eyes?
So yes, it can. So the consultation is a big key factor in that. We really need that consultation to see the movement, see how everything moves, to kind of get a great assessment, but it can give a good lift. So we, like Candace was saying, we never want to make you heavy, and we're always going to explain that so that you don't walk out with one expectation and not get what you thought you were getting. We're always going to explain why maybe we can't go as heavy, what you might have residual, what's going to be knocked out, but anything that we have to leave, we can make more natural. And then around that hooded eye, we can do a good lift. So we stay certain areas that are going to give us a good lift and not make you feel so heavy. We don't want you to feel like somebody's sitting on top of your head. We want you to be nice and bright.
Yes, absolutely. Someone said, I think this is our last question too, because we're kind of answering quite a few. So vertical lip lines, I get that question probably 10 times a day, every single day. So there's only one FDA approved filler on the market, and it's Redensity for that area specifically. So for the vertical lip lines, for the border of the lips, a lot of people, they tell me, I've never smoked my whole life. It has nothing to do with smoking. Smoking makes it worse, but it's not just from that. It's from aging, and it's from our natural anatomy. So there's a filler that we can use that's very soft, flexible, natural, doesn't look bulky, it doesn't look ducky. You can turn your patient to the side after and it doesn't poke out. That's called Redensity. It blends beautifully. So if that bugs you, definitely set up a consultation and let's see if you're a candidate. We probably inject that 10 times a day, every single day. Yeah. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, guys, you can keep shooting us questions on here until it shuts down. And then after that, you can shoot us a message on social media or email us info@robertsaw.com. And we can definitely work through all these. But I recommend everyone setting up a consultation or booking their appointment so that way we can get this tackled. Yes, we do compliment. Danielle's a good point. We do complimentary consultations. So for new and established patients, we have a link on our digital business card where you can submit all your pictures, answer any questions that you have, like, hey, I really want to focus on the wrinkles around my eye, or I don't like my skin, I want my cheeks look tired, I want lips, and just all the things that you need to do in a consultation, and you never have enough time. So you can submit all your concerns and I email you back out a full treatment plan, everything you're a candidate for. I link videos to every single service. So if I recommend filler, I link a 15-minute video of me covering every single detail about filler. If I link a laser, if I link anything, I have a video where I'm just kind of diving into it. So that way you come to your appointment and you're like, I already know that, Candace, you already told me in the video. So you feel less overwhelmed and it's less just like, wait, what did she just say? And financially, you can also prepare for it. And I give you options for like our VIP program to save and our payment plan options to make it a little bit more realistic for you. Okay, so if you book, we're gonna post the link after. So if you say, I don't know if we can say it yet. Once the link is done, let me double check and make sure we can say it. You'll have to text or, yes, reply with the keyword Roberts to text us after the event. So as soon as the event's over, we're gonna shoot you a text just saying thank you. If you reply back Roberts, we're gonna put the online booking link. If you book before midnight for the liquid facelift, and whenever you click the link, it's only that service option that pops up, so you don't have to stress. But if you book before midnight and you book before May 17th, then you'll qualify for that $250 gift card at your next event. And if you're in the first 10, then you'll get an additional $75 off your Daxify. You just have to book quick. There's 83 people on right now that has been on this whole entire time. So if 83 people books, good luck. It's kind of like Black Friday shopping at Walmart. I don't know if y'all done that. Okay, so we are going to now scroll with anybody that is on. All right, y'all ready? So I have a list, so I'm going like this through the little thing right now. I'm going to pick, on it.
Yeah.
All right, Danielle Leonard.
Oh, yay!
So it looks like you're still on. Just reply in the chat box real quick. And I just knocked it off. Oh my gosh, where did it go? If you're still on, please put in the little chat box that you're here. You'll qualify for a $950 Jaxify treatment with the wonderful Kayla. She is phenomenal, y'all. I wouldn't let her touch my face if not. Friendly reminder to the audience, you receive a text at the end of the event. I think I told y'all that already. Just reply with the keywords Roberts and you'll get a link to book your appointment. If you have any other questions, guys, text us. Feel free to text us. We will get through some of them tonight, but we won't be able to get through all of them. Let me give y'all the text number. It's 985-313-9996. And you can text any questions that you have. If you want an online booking link, whatever, we can send you anything through there.
I was going to put the number.
They can't see that. It's private.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. All right. Well, thank y'all so much, guys. Thanks everyone for attending. It was a great, successful event, and we hope to see y'all all very, very soon. Don't forget, y'all have until midnight.
Yep. Let us know if you have questions.
Awesome. Have a good one, guys.